All right, guys. Just wanted to didn't want to do a full big recap, but just wanted to analyze today's big huge sell-off and share a few of our teachings, a few of our how we manage the day like today, and what really happened today. And as a trader, if you're a bullish bias trader, if you're a swing trader, how you could have saved money today and not do anything. And if you are a trend trader, how you could have done your account growth today. Look at the big picture on SPY, QQQ, and the VIX, what's going on in the market and what we can expect in future. So let's do a quick analysis of everything today, and we will to look at some of the trades we did in the community and how we manage everything in our community. So first of all, always traders need to have a big picture view, right? A few days ago, I posted this analysis on VIX. I did analysis on SPY on November 17. I did so always have a big picture view, right? So if you have a big picture view on the market, on a day like today, you can do a better analysis. You can, whatever financial decision you want to make, you can make a better financial decision, right? If you look at SPY, it was right here, it was holding this level 661.50 volume profile. Also if we look at the clouds, there were clouds right there, and same for QQQ, right? Bouncing from this level 597, 600 for some time. I also talked about VIX, that if I clearly said if VIX breaks out of 2324, stocks you think are sold off will waterfall down. And what did you get today? You got the waterfall down. SPY broke it. We'll look at intraday action. QQQs broke down and off the key level. And of course, VIX ran all the way on that breakout. So the most important lesson you learn today is that when VIX volatility is trading over 18 over 20 and it's breaking those key pivots, you need to watch it. The higher the VIX goes, the lower the market can go. The second lesson today is that there was a gap, right? There was a gap on the SPY. Whenever there is a gap, the gap can fill. Right. Okay, so those few things you need to remember. So then we'll look at the next things in the today's market. So few other things to note today was that we had Nvidia earnings yesterday, right? So we had these Nvidia earnings, beautiful earnings, and everything gapped up. The whole AI ecosystem gapped up, which we were watching. So whole AI ecosystem gapped up. But Nvidia gave up right at the open. So Nvidia was weak. Even when market was holding up, it was a 30-minute flag. We were trading in the community. Not everything was strong. Not everything was strong. And VIX was steady, staying under 20. VIX was steady, staying under 20. And but as soon as VIX broke over 20, which I alerted, as soon as the SPY break the fly 12, everything started the waterfall down. And the thing you had to watch was the VIX kept on pushing, green candle, green candle, green candle, breaking 21, breaking 22. So you know that the VIX is going, it's going with the strength. And if you do the market analysis, what really happened at 10:20, there was a sharp drop in crypto stocks. Crypto stocks. We will talk about the crypto stocks in a minute here as well. But every sector kind of dropped altogether. Every leading sector which was very strong in the morning started to break down and fall down all the way. You can see how everything was trying to hold up until 10:20. And 10:20 to 10:30, it's still at the 10 a.m. concept. The moves, the reversals can come. We talk about it. So you see everything started to waterfall down. And now you ask me, hey Rip, but how would I know that it's going to sell off so much? How would I know that it would go good off? I was buying the dips. I thought the dips will bounce. I thought it will cover. I did not hold my shorts all the way. I thought, there might be a bounce. So how would I know it? So here's the answer. How would you know it? So before the 10:30 flush, we were actually doing a bull flag on 30-minute chart. Look carefully. We were actually doing a bull flag. So when this was happening, I clearly told the traders, watch out 20. Watch out 20. Because as long as VIX stays under 20, you can get that push on the market. But if VIX breaks out over 20, then we have a problem. Okay. And the second thing, we have a gap. We have a gap up. Whenever there's a gap, there's always a chance of the gap to being filled. And immediately when the sell-off started, you look at what the other names are dumping. Nvidia, the $5 trillion company, which is holding up the market, started to gap and crap. We were short. So we clearly had a plan on Nvidia in the pre-market. If you look at our pre-market plan that I make live in the pre-market, that no go under 194. If it breaks 194, it can dip to 190 or the MTF clouds. And that's what I told everyone, no longs under 194, gap and crap versus 196. And it tried to bounce and then it failed. Even then we were fine. We were short, like a lot of traders were short initially. Morning short didn't work, but they were short again. And then when this breaks, $5 trillion company, the biggest company in the market, VIX is rising, you do not buy the dips. Nvidia can fill the gap. SPY can fill the gap. QQQ can fill the gap. VIX is going from level to level to level to level. This is not the time you wait. If you're so interested, you wait. You respect the Ripster clouds. Ripster labels are red. Ripster 512 clouds are red. Look at this. You could have literally made insane amount of profits on Nvidia that like we did in the community. So I gave that when we filled into this gap, you see this gap, I gave the targets. I gave the targets that first target was 192, second target 191. I said if 190 breaks, then we go to full gap fill. So Nvidia over the short went from 194 all the way to 181. I also mentioned that if we close at the lows, we might see much lower. So that was a gap and crab setup on Nvidia. So you could see that was the gap and crab setup. You short it and you hold it. Why do you hold it? Because it's making bear flag, bear flag, bear flag. It's breaking MTF clouds, MTF clouds, MTF clouds. You trade the leverage ETFs that I teach you. You trade the NVD, you trade something long. You trade NVDL short, or you take NVDS long, through all the MTF clouds and air gaps. You could easily bought 1,000 shares and made $3,000 there, or you trade Nvidia puts. Just like we traded there, you take the Nvidia puts, which some of them, this 180 lotto went from 30 cents to $3, $1,000 almost, 1,000% almost, right? Rather than trying to buy the dip on Nvidia, when the gap is not holding, it can go much lower. VIX is breaking. So look at all my updates that I continuously provided you, right? In the morning, this was supposed to be VIX back over 20, right? So when VIX back over 20, this is a 20 breakout, 512 break, 512 break, everything's red. You do not buy the dips. Why do you buy the dips? I get so many DMs today, you are buying the dips. Why? If you are a long-term investor, if you are a long-term investor, you have nothing to worry, right? If you're a long-term investor, you are trading, let's take a look here. If you're a long-term investor, this year, this is how high you are. So you have nothing to worry. I mean, you should be fine. But yes, if you are a swing trader, you should not be doing, you should be cutting your swings and waiting for the swings to change. You don't need to find the bottoms. VIX, when VIX is trading at 25, you do not swing. You do not swing. It's a trader's environment. And if you are short, if you are cutting it, if you're cutting your puts, you're cutting your shorts early, you're piking, that is wrong, because you're underestimating the power of the market, the power of the sentiment. You are not using the Ripster strategy, Ripster VIX strategy. That strategy has been changing lives. Go to ripstereducation.com. See how many lives those strategies has changed. Literally, right? You don't even be part of my community. You can learn the free education. Look at that, right? These are not the new concepts. Look at how many examples, live trades I have done with the VIX strategy, home runs. Today was the day. Literally, your $1,000 would turn into $15,000 depending on what you trade. You risk one, you make five. So risk less, make more. Traders try to buy big lot of puts. You put your whole portfolio in those puts. It swipes a little bit. You get out. You panic. And then it goes on the fades all day for you. Size less, look for more. I mean, look at the opportunities today. So let's start with our crypto opportunities, right? So what we had all the cryptos on our pre-market plan. Let's take a look here. So we had, I said all Bitcoin and Ethereum is still weak. Watch for the trades in crypto. Check the day to sheet. MSTR no go under 194. We planned for it. We were, coin was our number one trade, day two trade. We were ready for it. Trade versus 1 hour MTF, long over MTF, short under 260. So we had MSTR on our game plan. Look at the game plan. I told everybody MSTR and circle shorts to start the day. I said that thing first day in the morning. Bitcoin, I did the analysis on yesterday, the YouTube video. Bitcoin is, you hold those shorts. Look at the circle short. I've been talking about the circle can go to the IPO lows. Look at that one from $70 to $64. Look at the BMNR short. Live guidance. I gave the short right in the morning, all the way down. Look at the coin, hit all our targets today. Market is weak. You need to do the market analysis. You need to look at not just zone into one-year stock. Look at that coin short I gave in 262 in the morning. It traded all the way to 236. Insane, $25, per share profit there. More than that. Thousands of dollar profit in the, and I gave these targets. You can see that, how we moved our targets 250, 245. When VIX rises, when VIX goes crazy, there is no bottom, there is no low. Surrender to the Ripster cloud system. Do not try to buy the dips. Tesla. Nobody under my guidance was buying the dips and getting. And you should be ready. You should know that. You should be ready. You should have the plays on your watch list. PLTR, top short play. IONQ top short play. PLTR, short under 1 hour MTF breakdown. IONQ, short under 1 hour MTF breakdown. What did all those stocks do? Look at that. PLTR, 1 hour MTF breakdown. Buy the puts, ride all the way down. Look at the daily chart. Even Michael Burry is up 100% on its put. IONQ, the quantum stocks, short versus MTF cloud, right all the way down. Do not try to buy. Today was not the day to buy longs, because everything, the AI trade came crashing. If Nvidia could not save the market, you need to capitalize on these moves. This is not where you buy the dips. This is where you cut your swings. Your daily chart is bearish. Use Ripster swing labels. IONQ all day bearish. Pick any stock. Pick all the hearties. I shared the list of the hearty stock. Have your watch list ready. You see that the watch list like I have here, have your Sammys. I have a complete Sammy watch list. MU, all day fade. Look at SanDisk. SanDisk on our game plan in the pre-market. It faded $50, guys. From MTF to the MTF magnet setup. All you had to do was to buy the puts. And how do you know it's going to fade? Because it's on your game plan. BOA raised the profit target. We had a bullish bias to long versus 250, but when it fails 250, we shorted. And that's exactly what the traders were doing in the community on SanDisk. Look at that. Guidance by RGV on the short right at the open. 1000% of the puts. The days like today, you can actually grow your account if you follow these trend following teachings. Learn Ripster Cloud. All the hard stocks, TIMS, TEM, Rocket Lab. Look at NNE, MTF Cloud breakdown. QUBT, MTF Cloud short. Rocket Lab, double MTF Cloud short. ASTS, MTF Cloud short, all to the 50 psychological level. Netflix rejected the 1 hour MTF Cloud. Microsoft rejected 1 hour MTF Cloud. Amazon failed from 1 hour MTF Cloud. So you know that 1 hour MTF Cloud means 1 hour is bearish. So everything is bearish, bearish, bearish. AMD through the multiple MTF Cloud air gaps. All day Ripster Cloud bearish. So day like today, and when something breaks 50 EMA, guys, it goes much lower. So use this power of the MTF clouds, the Ripster clouds to hold. Build a habit to hold. Because my friends, on a bad day, choppy day, you lose big. On a good day, you make 20%. And you keep going in these circles where your account goes nowhere. And on a day like today, you try to buy the dips, you lose. Then you get mad, you try to short, it swipes on you. Don't do that. Stick with the system. The system today was just bearish, bearish, bearish. VIX breaking every key resistance. So your job was to only short it. Only short the market. If you do not short, you sit on the side. And if you do short, you understand the concepts of volatility. The big picture, where the next levels are. See that how the sentiments, how the different sectors are dumping. Crypto is dumping, AI is dumping. Every sector was dumped today. Insane opportunities everywhere. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But tomorrow again, VIX 28 big level, VIX 25 big level. Use the strategies I teach you. Do not teach your mind to not buy the dips when the cloud says they are bearish. Avoid buying the dips. Size less. Forget that you have a double position. I was telling somebody that, let's say you have a position, you have 10 contracts on the puts, you close them, you think you close all, but you left half of them, and you went to bed, you woke up, you made a lot of money on half of those because you thought you closed them, but you never really closed them. So my point is, train your mind to forget about the positions you leave, hide your P&Ls, ride the Ripster clouds down. That's the only way, I promise you, you will grow your accounts, whether you trade short shares, whether even if you long it, on the long day, we will long it, but understand the market environment, look at the big picture, look at the volatility. There's a time to swing, there's time to short, there's time to day trade. And if you're a long-term investor, there's time to stay calm and there's time to manage risk. So do everything, learn, keep learning. Hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully next time there is a day like today, you can use all my concepts, all my free tools to not only avoid losing money, but actually making money on a red market. Thank you so much.